How's it going, everybody? I'm Danny D. This is 7 Deadly Bananas, and we're about to watch Euphoria, Episode 2, Season 1. Last time was a whirlwind of a whole bunch of things. I almost want to look at the creator of the show and see if there's like a book. Is this something that they made up? Is this a personal story? If you ask me, it has to be personal because there's just too many specific details that only people that have gone through it will know. The experience I have of growing up, going through my own self-destructions and my own mistakes and my own defaults and all of that stuff. And now I can look through the lens of someone who's gone through it and look back at those experiences and see how fucked up that was to my mom, how shitty she may have felt, like even in the midst of her own demons and stuff like that. So let's get it on. Again, sorry for the long intro. For God's sakes, there's just so much going on in this show in terms of like historical value for me. So let's go ahead and just run into it.
When Nate Jacobs was 11 years old, he found his dad's porn collection.
Oh shit.
You can call me Daddy.
Oh Jesus.
Wider.
Oh my God. Wow.
Every video was basically the same.
I feel like he's not moving fast enough. I was never very good at the locker room either. The locker room I was in was not like this. They weren't just prancing around naked, but you eventually had to see nudity. That's a trip.
That's when they get uncool.
Yeah. True statement. Very true statement.
It's actually a very narrow window of cool.
Please don't be a mass shooter.
What?
Sorry, it's just like first thing that came to mind.
That's fucked up.
I'd like each of you to get up and tell us a 5-minute story about your summer. Rue,
Of
Please
course.
don't do this to me.
Yeah.
come on everyone, let's give her
I
a
was,
little
oh my
encouragement.
God. I had to do something similar to this. Definitely not the same story, because I never OD'd, didn't go to rehab. But I had to explain some things, had to get up in front of a class.
A memory?
That's fucked up
Anything
too.
that
Why'd you
had
have
an
to put
impact on you this summer.
Just say it, girl.
I can't think of.
And just
I know.
breathe.
Fuck, I could feel that. I could feel that rush. It was like one of the scariest things that I did. And you don't have to say it. That's the thing. You could just lie. You could end up saying it. But what happened if you have that big of a truth? It's pounding in your head. It's bursting. It's the only thing that's going through your mind. You can't think of anything else.
Okay, I was with my mom and my little sister, and we were listening to this song.
That almost got me. Like, I almost got misty-eyed for a second there. Oh my God. She's gonna regret that later, guaranteed.
Are you okay? You're so fucking stupid, Lexi.
If you like those highlights and you want to see more of me watching this unedited and raw, go to my Patreon, hit that link below. 7 Deadly Bananas. We are watching a bunch of stuff on top of this. Usually we're trying to go more horror and sci-fi themed for the fun. But it looks like maybe I'll have to break into some shows like this as well that kind of hit more deeply. This is an intense show. There is no other show like this on my Patreon, just to let you know. Everything else is horror and sci-fi, and now we've got this show which will probably make me have a panic attack every once in a while. So join me for that. Hit that link below, 7 Deadly Bananas at Patreon. We're also watching The Walking Dead. We've got Yellow Jackets. We've got The Last of Us. We've got American Horror Story. A few movies right there. Just join me. Have some fun. Watch some TV with me. See you next time, guys. Thanks again.
The first time I tried Oxycontin, I was 13.
That's a hell of a drug to try so young. That's a trip. Again, very different circumstances, but one of the first drugs I tried was morphine, was heroin. And at a very young age, And it was just that curious. It was just that curious. I remember kept finding needles in my mom's purse when she was still using. And at one point, I just kind of decided, I want to see what this feels like. Why does she keep going back to this? And I did. I think I was around the same age as her, as a matter of fact, 13.
It's child pornography, you dumb fuck.
But we're all under 18. Children can't make child pornography.
Troy, Google it.
I'm not Googling child pornography.
No, fuck it.
But she's
Okay,
right.
really,
I'm
please.
pretty sure she's right.
Shut up. Bye, Rue.
Bye.
Is this a crush? Like, why would that be a big deal? She's just a best friend. No big deal. But is it a crush?
Come back in a few hours, I got you, whatever you need. But right now, you gotta get the fuck up out my house.
Yeah, that's a little fucked. Yeah, you don't fuck around with scenarios like that. Especially as a young girl. Oh my God.
You know that feeling when you come so hard that you can't feel or hear shit?
So guys like this came across my way. We're now getting very close to my situation. You would run into guys like this on a regular basis.
Ain't nobody talking to you.
Fuck.
Tell your big brother I'm not talking to him right now. Tell him shut the fuck up.
Dear God, I know I've been a cunt for like a lot of my life, and I was mean to Lexi and my family, and
fuck.
I'm so sorry, but just please, God, I'm begging you, do not let me die tonight.
Fuck. So where I grew up, one of the reasons why it was such a bad area, it was MS-13 basically was like right around the corner. And you would see guys like that all the time.
Did you rape her? Admit it. Did you rape her?
Whew, that was intense. Fuck. Oh,
And it's
Jesus.
quick.
Fuck, don't do it.
You like the way that feels?
No.
You want a couple of patches, girl?
Fuck.
I can't.
My heart is like kind of racing right now.
I'll just give it back.
I got a strict no return policy.
Yo, Mouse, let me pay for it, man.
Please.
Damn, big
I don't
brother
know if I
must
can
love
handle.
you. It's gonna cost you $600 now, man.
Those are decent fake bills. I'm trying to look at
It's always a
something else
pleasure
right
doing
now.
business with
Fuck.
you.
Oh, thank God. Sorry. That was very intense. I just remember feeling that fear. I remember not the same as the girl, but fear for my life. Fear. Oh, Jesus Christ. You better tell her what happened. She needs to understand. Never to be there again. Ever. Never be there again.
Need nobody, don't need nobody,
Jesus.
don't need nobody.
It's one of those things, like 20 years from now, looking back on it, she'll see it from a different specific. This is insane. The things you know and the things you don't know when you're young, and the realizations you come to when you're older. It's like, holy fuck. So this Shy Guy, is this still Nate's dad, or is this a new person? I don't remember what his handle was. I guess we're about to find out. Was that Nate? I couldn't tell again. The light was so low. I'm colorblind. I really gotta fix this. Jesus Christ. I don't even know how to describe it. That was the part where the drug dealer came in. I mean, that's real. Jesus Christ, it's hard to get the words out for that, because I was in the next room with the door closed and they already knew the situation. They knew other people were living in that next room. But for some reason, this particular occasion, where normally just me hanging out and just being quiet and not paying attention to anything wasn't enough, they came into the room. They brought me and the person who I was dating at the time into the next room where the cook setup was, where they were doing the deal. And they made it very, very, very blunt that our lives were in danger. They broke out weapons, threatened us directly. They literally had guns to our face. It was a very scary moment. And all I remember really in terms of the emotion and the feeling behind it, think of like a panic attack at its peak. It's happening so hardcore that nothing else is in your mind. You can't think about how to fix it. You can't think about, you don't even know really you're in a panic attack. It's like your whole body is flexing and tense and your heart is pumping so fast that you can't even feel a heartbeat. It's just a hum. And that's what it was. That's what it was the entire time. It must have been like a 5 or 10 minute interaction. And then when they kicked me out of the room, not even then actually, it wasn't until they left that feeling went away. And when it went away was when I just fucking cried my face out. Oh my God, I'm alive kind of thing. Like it's very intense as you saw, like in the heat of the moment when I was watching that scene, that was all that I could feel was the relief. I went through the whole thing again. It was like a goddamn flashback. That was a really intense moment that I had during this. That is not something I want to go through again, as a matter of fact, but that's why I'm watching this. Fucking HBO. Why do they always gotta do shit like this? Oh my God. I think I'm almost having to watch the next episode. I have to watch this next episode. So join me for that. We'll see it next week. And yeah. Thanks again for watching.